page 238.
Oh my god, we have to look 238 pages. Come on, someone's gonna read that.
Listen, man. I just picked a page number, all right, to make it seem more authentic.
If it's
Like,
the
don't read too much into that.
if it's the
Yeah,
list
but
the
is it
Argonian
believable for our
made-
characters to just sat here and look through it like, oh, I guess we're...
You flipped through until you like, well, that picture looks suspicious, and then you read the
There's
text.
238 pages? Come on. You're not thinking. This isn't practical, Thomas.
Well, maybe for
These
organic,
hags are really
but
taking their
mighty
time.
Robot.
Also, I don't see the...
Should be visible to everyone.
Ah, there it is.
There, I can just show it to players.
I found it.
I forgot that I had that button.
You do have that button.
So you can take a second to read that if you like.
Nah.
I can't. It's in a different language, Thomas.
No, this is translated to you.
Shy-core.
As you,
I grabbed the book with one poopy finger. Hey guys.
So it's not Thamagorgus.
no, it's not Themagorgus.
Orange.
Dicor. It's one of the other ones.
Not Aboth either.
Sure.
Well, I actually took the time to write down the bad guy's name. So
You did. True.
Well, I have it recorded. You don't see me throwing it.
Thomas
in
is
your face.
creating a world, Steve, and you're not appreciating it.
So it seems that the solution problem is my favorite solution to many problems: fire.
Murder.
I knew Dustin would be fond of this one. It's like, I just want to see how many of these you're able to solve via the application of flame.
Well, so
Many.
far we killed the vampires with flame. So.
Yeah, it worked fine just so
Which
far.
is appropriate in a way. Well, it's not even
Yeah.
in a way.
I can't wait
appropriate.
until we come across the fire zealots and we have to kill them with fire.
Burn it with hotter fire.
How do you kill a fire elemental in World of Warcraft with fireball?
That sounds like Shooty McFace in Borderlands 2, where the mission is to shoot him in
Nah.
the face.
In World of Warcraft, for the first two expansions, creatures were immune, I think, or at least the first two. Like fire elementals were immune to fire. Maybe just the first version. And then later on, they're like, this is way too restrictive. Let's just fucking make them take fire damage.
So, get over here. There we go. That wind picks up a little bit more.
Roxanne, stop farting.
Nope, no promises.
I've got wind sound effects. Don't worry. There we go. Just
Yeah,
to
but
pick
we're
up
not
a little bit
listening
more.
to that.
The air feels
I
much
have that muted.
outside the old sawmill. The wind starts to feel a little colder, and the air a little less welcoming than it did a little while ago.
Is it because we
And-
stopped singing their praises?
It occurs to you that it might be a good idea to study this in further depth back at the inn. It doesn't seem safe, but it does seem safer than here.
I guess we'll mosey our way onto ye old friendly inn.
Okay.
I'm
Yeah.
down with that.
As you do so, you start to walk along the old path back to the inn. As you do so, the clouds above you, which are visible through the last sickly stretches of daylight, swirl around the town. A twisting nexus seems centered upon Feldale. The path back to the acquired taste seems much longer than it was before. A narrow, twisted cobblestone path stretching out almost endlessly before you, and it does indeed seem much longer than it ought to be. Your walk instinctively becomes a little more hurried as the wind begins to pick up around you.
I cast spell
A
magic.
sickly sweet smell of burnt bread and rotting meat is carried upon it.
Delicious.
Faintly, almost part of the wind itself, whispered words start to crawl up your spine, carrying a deathly chill. Firm flesh, taut muscle, skin and scales to crisp up nice.
Oh god, guys, we stumbled into a very creepy ASMR video.
God damn it.
My weakness. Oroxian has his credit card and he's throwing Bitcoin at the hags.
The whispers are. By the way, Steve, before you got here, they saw a bunch of like garlands of ears and such nailed to fence posts and stuff, and they decided to try and like speak to them.
I whispered sweet nothings.
from the
I enticed him
from
with
the
my
other side,
jaw.
swirling around you. Patience, Hemlock. Stringy adventurers need special treatment. Low and slow, marinated in fear. The path to the inn lengthens, and the wind whips into a fevered howl, bending the dead trees in paroxysms of supplication. That was my favorite sentence that I've ever written.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was alright.
And give me 1 second.
To
Where'd it
mute
go?
Eric.
The rest of y'all should be worried, but I'm not. What are they gonna? What are they gonna make a cooking pot out of me? Oh,
I mean, yeah,
Oh.
maybe.
Suddenly,
Suddenly I
visions,
start-
visions of our disgusting bodies in your body fills your mind.
I start shuffling a lot quicker behind you. I always imagine myself walking with like a gait because I have so much weight inside of me.
The path to the inn lengthens further, and the wind whips into a feverish howl, bending the dead trees in paroxysms of supplication. I just wanted to read it again. Thunder cracks.
It's not that good.
I said thunder cracks.
I didn't hear it.
It kills Eric's character.
Any second now. And the flash of lightning highlights the walls of the houses along the path. The shadows of a verminous horde are thrown in nightmarish caricature upon the peeling paint, and you finally see them. Rats, mice, insects, snakes. Thousands upon thousands upon thousands, writhing, consuming, sweeping up beside and around you. The trees stretch high above, their branches interlink, knit themselves together. You sense the world narrowing, pulling the trees closer as the path stretches out to a cracked stone floor beneath you, and an overwhelming sense of claustrophobia fills the air. You feel something very close to you. The verminous horde rises up in front of you higher, a wave of pestilence threatening to wash you all away. You feel cold, dead lips brush against your ear. Boo! Cavorting figures swirl around you, cackling madly, and the light shafting through realizes is a cathedral of dead trees, crazily interlocking branches and warped trunks, leaving no visible exit. The mass of vermin molds itself, twisting and flexing, and the shape materializes upon it, seated upon this pestilential throne. It is the shape of an old woman, but there is little to mistake for humanity there. Clawed fingers, gnarled like branches, grip the arms of her vile seat, and a horned, blue-tinged face stares down at you, unreadable through the greasy black locks of matted hair covering most of her face. Her mouth splits into a smile, revealing rows and rows of greenish-black teeth, like a shark's jaws. The other figures, just as twisted in appearance, 2 green, 1 blue, appear on either side, partially shrouded in changing mist.
That's not good.
I wave hello.
Perception check.
And
I would
I'm
like
going to need everyone to go ahead and make a wisdom saving throw.
Roll initiative. Do I get the advantage on that, Tom?
No.
It's not a magic thing?
It's not really a magic thing.
Hey, not an absolute complete pile of garbage
That's,
roll.
that's the DM's way around saying it is magic, but I don't want him to have
It's a
advantage.
magic thing. It's a magic thing, but you would be making the save with disadvantage normally. Oh my god, did you crit fail it?
2 of them
Well,
did.
yeah.
Oh my
Duh.
goodness. What's
So
wrong
wait,
with you people?
why would I normally get disadvantage?
Everyone would get disadvantage.
You said roll. You just didn't say roll.
Yeah,
did.
but disadvantage shows up anyway.
You-
Not for everyone.
Yeah, not for everyone.
Oh, okay. So it's a roll with disadvantage.
Maybe you can get another 1.
Well, I don't roll with disadvantage because I have advantage.
There you go.
Yeah, so he just rolls. It cancels
So I just
itself
roll a
out.
1.
So wait,
If
the
he
magic.
has advantage, and it has
Two
disadvantage,
of us
then it
crit
cancels
failed.
each other out.
Alex, depending on what happens, what the DC is, the non-magic people just survived this.
It's too spooky, Steve. I'm a little girl.
I'm just horrified at the thought of being filled by your disgusting meat parts.
The large figure on the throne speaks. Thought you had us figured out, did you? Foolish creatures.
I thought so.
We were old when this land was young. Before
Clearly.
you flew off on your inconsequential little weave-touched journey. You are nothing.
Wait, she said we've touched, guys.
Forever.
Beg your pardon, ma'am.
You look very old.
Would you mind telling me? Can I roll a persuasion check for this? Would
Yeah,
you
go
mind-
ahead.
Would you? Well, did we pass? Who passed and failed the wisdom saves first before I go do this?
So don't worry about the wisdom saves yet.
Oh, okay.
Don't worry about it. Just go ahead. Just go ahead and roll that. It's fine.
Excuse me, queen. I'm assuming she's a queen. I address her as such, and I would like to make a persuasion check for her to talk about the weave touch. Would I be allowed in doing that?
Yeah, you can just go ahead,
You can ask.
roll, and then give me some persuasion.
25.
What does a Roxian say?
Yeah, good. Yeah, you can kill us all in that, but would you mind, before doing so, going on a great monologue about what the weave touched means? There's nowhere we could go. You surely have us.
That mad
Speak the
cackling
truth.
continues.
To make myself seem more weak, I'm now wiping my hand, the one that had poop on it, at least like on my face, and like they can see it, but I'm just like totally out of the loop on I have poop on my face now.
Just roll on the ground too.
Why? Why
Grovel.
do you have...
I'm
have
keeping
to have
this
poop on
story
your face.
alive, guys. This is called dedication to a bit, and I am going for it.
So one of the other hags speaks. It's the purplish grayish one.
She's even scarier!
Before you start, what's the left to right? What's the order?
Green, blue hag on the throne,
Mm-hmm.
purplish gray.
Okay. Sorry, go ahead.
Wait, where did the throne come from?
She summoned
The
it.
throne is the throne is made out of vermin.
Let's see.
It is a living throne made of that horde of rats, mice, and snakes and insects.
That can't be comfortable.
She seems pretty content with it.
I mean, you know, whatever they're
It always feels like someone just got out of it. Like, you know, when you get off, when someone gets off a chair and then you sit in that chair and it's nice and warm.
Yeah.
Exactly like that.
Butt to butt.
She loves that feeling.
I'm sure she does.
So after they cackle in response to Roxian's questions,
Mm-hmm.
the gray one says, "Simple creatures, they know nothing." And one of the green hags disappears in a wisp of smoke, and you hear a faint rustling behind you, like the sound of a pile of insects or something forming up into a big lump behind you.
Mm-hmm.
That's what happened to Egret.
And you see a long, thin, slender, clawed hand reach and touch the top of Eroxian's head and pull up, and from it pulls this big, long blue strand of something. It's a very peculiar feeling from Eroxian. It feels like someone's unraveling a blanket that he's made out of.
Oh, is it like when you go too deep in your belly button and you feel it in your balls?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, I got
It's
it.
that
But
exact same
I can't
feeling.
believe-
Why are you all saying yes to this?
Well, I always thought, like, I wonder if... I mean, it's one of those things where it's like, I wonder if this is just me, but I'm pretty sure it's not. But it's not something you would ever think to bother.
You would ask about, so I'm glad. That was what I was thinking of when I described this, but like I'm glad we could connect over this.
Okay, making sure we're all disgusting as
Yeah.
well.
What the hell are you talking about?
Try it right now.
Is this Lily or is this Eric?
Eric's like
this
over
is
there
Eric.
fucking around with his belly button now. All
Just
What
jam
the
your-
hell are you talking about?
You've never touched the inside of like your ab wall through your belly button, and like the feeling goes straight down to your balls. I swear.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
No.
All right, well I'm not about to finger you, but if you have some time later, put on some nice music. But okay, so this
I'm doing it right now. I have no idea what you're talking about.
she puts
it
this
pulls up
blue-
and it's a glowing blue thread that they pull up from the top of your head, and
Huh, I was expecting it to be blacker.
She strums a little her claws across it, and there's a faint tinkle of crystalline music. She lets go, and that little piece of thread seems to snap back down inside of Eroxian.
Oh. Did everyone see that, or just me?
Everyone saw
You
that.
want us to lie to you?
I mean,
Please,
yes.
can everyone please lie about this until we're ready to talk about it at a future time?
She ripped your soul out.
I saw that, and it
That-
looked very
no.
uncomfortable.
I don't think that was my. You know what? We have bigger problems ahead. We can worry about this later.
One of the green hags speaks up.
Oh, Mother, I don't think they like our little town. They worry about their kind. They think we prey upon them.
It's very
Then-
cozy.
The gray hag speaks with a guttural, briny voice.
I'll bet the creatures think we're to blame. Don't you,
For the
creatures?
record, I don't.
I actually
what do you
don't
have to
know.
say for yourselves? Speak
We,
up.
we actually don't think you're to blame.
Mother Motley is listening.
Yeah, we.
Yeah, we actually don't think you're to blame. We actually think the moss is actually a hindrance to you.
We're not here to fight you. We're just, going on a stroll. And
You already know what our actual quest is.
yeah.
We've already deduced that you are not the source of this
Yeah, so you're
of this
fine.
mold.
We'll have your people get in contact with our people. And, we'll come back. We'll even give you some, fresh people.
Hey, Roxanne.
If I might ask, why haven't they eradicated this mold already? Maybe they need a group of insignificant creatures such as ourselves to assist them.
Oh, do you guys want help?
So the hag on the throne speaks.
Clever creatures. With a mouth on them, but if that was sewn up, they'd make decent pets. We would never dream to harm Feldale. You are correct. It is our little flock of sheep. Productive, subservient, quiet. And we are good shepherds. But now, there is a cancer upon us, and you are going to cut it out and burn the wound.
I like
You
burning.
have seen it, little creatures. The mold, the tendrils. It spreads, it drains, it takes from us. It infects our sheep, corrupts our beautiful home, sends tendrils into our deepest secrets. We hate it. It feeds on our works, our beautiful magics. But you destroyed the Blood Fiend and his followers. You sent
How do you
them
know
back
that?
to their wretched realm.
Burning good.
Oh, Roxine has the biggest smile knowing we're famous now.
And so, we have brought you here. So many little whispers to sailors, bringing word to captains that some may need passage upriver soon. And then a visit from a beloved pet to ensure your stay.
Oh,
And,
was that your
the-
pet?
The gray hag sniffs haughtily.
A pet they destroyed. I was rather fond of it.
It was pretty tasty.
And
Wait,
the
what are we talking
the
about?
purplish hag pipes back up.
We
You believe
killed
they're
her.
probably talking about the large monster that you had to fight.
The crab
The
monster.
delicious
Oh.
crab.
Crab monster?
Our crab
delicious,
monster.
delicious crab monster.
The lead hag speaks again.
Quiet, Wormwood. You can make another. You will destroy this cancer. Rip it out by its roots. Cauterize the remains. We will have back what is ours. And in return, wealth, glory, power. We can grant you these things. So say I, Mother Motley, Queen of Carrion, Mistress of Midnight. Oh, and before you go, one last thing. We really ought to keep an eye on you.
It's funny, the other hags cackle, and one of the green hags You think one of the others referred to her as Nightshade once. Claps her hands.
Oh, Gunther, come to us, dear child.
Oh, haven't you punished Gunter enough?
Oh.
Gunter, the mayor you met earlier, appears in appears in a cloud of mist.
I thought
and
he was a
frightened
human, not a horse.
before you.
Please,
Mayor.
please, sisters. I have served so faithfully. I have done all you asked. I have sacrificed so much. Wife, our children, please.
And the great blue hag upon the throne says,
And so you shall continue to, my beloved child. Now, come to mother.
and she makes a twisting, jerking motions with her fingers, and Gunter's left eye is slowly wrenched out of its socket by an invisible hand, tendons and nerves popping as they're pulled away. His unearthly scream seems to shake the cathedral as the last nerve frays and tears,
Wait,
and the eye
you really use
floats.
me.
What? Sorry?
Could you do that with Mage Hand? That'd be sweet.
Yeah, I'm watching with. I am enthralled by
Now you're
this.
thinking like a hag. And the eye slowly floats to the party, the little remnants of nerves hanging off the back.
I grab it.
Here's a little keepsake to remember us by,
Throw it in the back of the
creatures. Now go. Seek. Find. Kill.
I put it on a necklace and wear it.
I was sure that one of us would get that attached to us.
Mhm.
The third eye,
Right,
brown
real
maybe
talk.
just out of the shoulders. I don't know.
I volunteered. I'll put it on a necklace.
Oh,
I'll wear it always. Thank you for your sweet gift.
And just like that, they're gone.
take it off.
Mhm.
Lily, take it off right now. Lily, take it off right now.
But it's so
Lily,
pretty.
take it off right now. Can Lily take it off? Is it stuck on her? Or have you even tried?
He didn't think we would willingly take it. So
I
he's
know,
conflicted.
It's totally. This is Steven talking. This is totally going to be cursed. This is 100% going to be cursed.
No, it's just so they can look at us.
Yeah, and you don't think they want to curse on you either, so you can't ever take it off, so you can't ever stop telling them information.
Well, it's too late. I'm already wearing it as a necklace.
That was a Roxian.
I'm already wearing it. There's no point in bitching.
Done now.
So,
I think it goes well with my armor.
Fucking gnomes.
Right.
Listen, I'm a little too
as
metal.
you
I'm a
go-
little more
Just
metal.
wonders.
All right.
as you go to put it on, how are you attaching it to yourself?
Necklace.
Okay. So you
Yeah, it's gonna embed in his flesh, isn't it?
Probably.
so
That's
you
what I'd do.
you put it on a necklace. It attaches easily enough. As you go to put it on, you notice the nerves on the back of the eye lengthening and growing and wrapping around that chain. When you connect it, they seem to link together a little bit, and the eye sort of twitches and moves, looking around every once in a while. And some things about the town now appear slightly different than they did before, but only to Lily.
Ooh.
Sweet. Okay, let's get to finding that bulb.
I am uncomfortable.
And by the way, everything's
I'm the
right
one
back to the
wearing
way it
the
was
eye.
before.
I don't know what you're composed.
The trees are normal. The path is normal. There's no rats or insects, although you do definitely see some signs that they might have definitely been there.
So there's
Everything is
feces
just
everywhere.
Back.
There's lots of feces, guys. Watch your step.
Just a ton.
You thought Aroxian's pile was big. Alright. So we need to find the bulb in the heart of Feldale.
So, also,
'Cause that's what I saw through the gem.
did we, how many names did we catch? I got Mother something, Mistress of the Night was the blue one. I don't know which ones were the...
Quick, do your monologue again, Thomas.
Start from the top.
Yeah, from the top.
Or just type
So
in
it
the
seems. Let me go ahead and
Hey, yeah, those
Get
would be.
this
So
into the chat.
I have a section for good guys and I have a section for bad guys. Would these guys be good or
They're
bad?
good bad guys.
I'm
I'm gonna go with indifferent. They just don't
Okay.
really give a shit about
gonna
us.
put them in both.
Alright, that was one name, Motley. I heard Hardy. Oh well. Alright, Sister Wormwood's probably the purple one. And then the twins are probably the green one.
Mm-hmm. That is correct.
Well, they were friendly.
More so
Yeah,
than I would have
surprisingly.
Now,
expected.
is Gunter still here?
No, he is not. He vanished along with them.
He vanished with them.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's too bad. I was gonna taunt him about only having one eye now.
He's such
You're
horrible people.
Your ocular sight is impaired now, feeble human.
That's exactly how I would phrase it.
You're right, pretty much.
You're
I see you, Gunter, and I hold up the eye at him. Trophy. Alright, so like I said, in the orange crystal. What if I look through the orange crystal again? Would I maybe be able to recognize area?
Oh, by the way, so for Lily and Spelulon, you've just, you feel maybe just a little bit unwell, but I'm sure that's nothing serious.
You're not sick,
Yeah,
but you're
I
not
wouldn't
well.
worry about it,
And you're
There's
so
nothing.
hot. 'Cause
Probably
you're
the
in hell.
eyeball and the rat feces.
yeah.
So Thomas,
was a lot.
if I look through the orange crystal, because it does say there's big plant roots and a large bulb in the heart of Feldale, and we are in
Mhm.
Feldale,
That's
would I
correct.
be able to recognize the territory around?
And you happened to bring that crystal with you, correct?
Of course, it's in the bag of holding. Everything is.
Mhm.
We're pack rats.
Yeah,
We take everything.
We've literally thrown everything into the bag.
I have no weight limit.
So,
I have ascended.
are you going to go ahead and take it out now?
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty. So, when you take it out,
Oh, isn't it like a fucking old elder god Tector? Isn't it also?
when you take it out, it sort of spins up, and it spins up and starts to rotate around, and you hear a rattling coming from somewhere inside Spelulon's carapace. Sound of something bouncing around in there.
Oh,
What?
oh my.
What? What was that?
Yep. Just
Nothing.
clank, 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 clank.
What was
Nothing.
that?
You throw a bunch
Go
of
away.
marbles into a dryer.
Oh, it's the glass of mold. You might want to take that out.
I do as much as.
So when you open it, it's actually the ward stone that you guys have
Oh.
shoots out and flies into the device.
Did he have that
What the fuck?
last?
The
You
Eldritch
stole
Scope. I almost
my
forgot they're
ward stone?
I mean, it doesn't sound like on purpose or
I draw my blade.
Come at me.
shoots out and flies into the Eldritch Scope, and the whole thing rotates around, and then stops and opens up, and there's a little ward stone in there, but orange now.
I grab it. So Roxanne
Okay.
can't take it.
No, I sleight of hand it.
Bullshit! I already it was in my hand in the first
Everyone's
place.
staring at it.
I can. I'm pretty good.
You're not that good.
Everyone's gonna go, "Oh my god,
like a
where'd
stealth
it go?"
mode.
And they're all gonna look at you because only one person would steal it that cleanly.
Also, it's like a stealth roll. You can't stealth in the middle of a field where there's
Yeah.
no cover.
Yeah.
You can't sleight of hand something we're all staring at.
No, but it's my.
So,
they changed the color. It's orange. I hate all of you.
Oh, shut up.
I
point the eyeball at him. Move it closer, like I'm not touching you.
I'm flipping off Lily.
So it appears to do the things that it did before. It pulses slightly, and those pulses change a little bit as you move it around.
Does it vibrate?
Occasionally.
Touches my vagina. Kidding.
Okay, I was like, oh
I'm
no.
kidding.
Wow, this,
Oh no.
We're great. We're all pedophiles now. Thanks, Eric.
I'm
We're all pedophiles, yeah.
You're a child.
I'm an
no,
adult.
You're a woman. You're like a child.
I'm like a 40-year-old gnome.
That's like what, a child in gnome
That's
years?
like a college-aged person. I'm
So-
perfectly legal.
So we're just in a low budget porn. That's all.
So
Yeah.
we should be lusting after you then? I don't.
No, stop. No, please,
All
God.
right.
No.
I worked
Well, I mean,
hard.
not you. You're a robot.
It's orange now.
As you hold it up, you see that when you look through it, some things about the town look a little bit different, even
So,
more
wait.
so than the eye did.
I was gonna say. So could you just, before I look through it, can you describe what looks different without the stone?
So when you look around with just the eye, you see that there is almost what resembles some kind of dome around the town.
Okay.
It's got all these symbols carved into it. They look like they were carved with the claw or fingernail, something sharp that would leave a fairly jagged edge.
Looks like we're in
Uh,
Thunderdome, guys. Guess only one of us is leaving.
This looks like that same type of language that was inscribed on the sign
Okay,
that
sweet.
you passed earlier. This dome is covered in the mold, almost like the mold's trying to get in. And there are a few cracks in it, places where it might have been a little weaker. Looks like that mold has broken through.
How do we miss a dome of mold?
It's so when
It's
nobody else
ghostly mold.
sees this dome of mold, and it
Yeah.
looks like there is some mold that if you were to cover the eye with your hand, all of a sudden seems to just disappear. So it seems like some of this mold might exist in a way that might not necessarily be visible to the naked eye.
Otherworldly. Okay.
Or it could be
Um,
slightly out of phase with our dimension or something.
Mm-hmm.
Like on the what's it called? The ethereal plane? Astral? Yeah, ethereal plane.
Ethereal.
Yeah, that's it.
Astral, ethereal, same thing.
No,
Yeah,
no,
it's-
no, no,
it's
no,
a-
no.
Oh,
It's
shut
a-
up, Steve.
Very
it's
different,
ethereal.
but sound-
If
sounds
is
similar.
is your best guess.
Mm.
Alright, and then through the looking glass,
Through the looking
green
glass,
book,
you see that it highlights it much more brightly
Mm.
and for a much greater distance.
Mm.
Um,
Haha, our magic's better than yours, Hag.
She saw that.
however, when you point it at the eye that you are wearing, the eye is not there. It's not present. It's almost like you're not wearing anything. Like you're not wearing it. It does.
It's
When
almost
you
like
look
I'm wearing
through-
nothing at all.
I was trying to
As
dance
soon as
around it.
Thomas said it, I was like, here it comes.
You're all
Maybe
thinking
Eric.
it too.
Mm.
God.
It's your fault.
When you look through it, the eye is invisible.
Mhm.
It's like it's not present.
Okay, cool.
The dome also does not appear when you.
Sure,
Uh,
it's
Crystal?
just seeing the Elder God.
But yeah, it's
not gonna see the hag magic.
It brilliantly highlights the mold, and if you look downwards with it, you see that there is some big ropey, what look like roots, growing around Feldale. One of them is trying to push its way in from the south.
I see.
All right, let's go to that one then. We can always let's find. I'll essentially describe all this to everyone. No reason to go through narration twice.
Yeah, good God, no! I'm
And then I'll suggest we all follow some of the routes, and they
So-
should lead to the source of the corruption.
So you
Simple, easy peasy.
Hate
So
you.
yes, easy peasy. So you follow the routes south. Looks like they're or go to the place where they're trying to enter.
Mhm.
Seems there's some old half-mucked animal stalls that are suspiciously devoid of animals. The tendril is trying to push into.
Hmm.
In the spot where it's closest to what you suspect are the outer town limits of Feldale, you notice that there are those white bony protrusions, old bones you thought they were before, pushing up,
I want to try and stab
almost like
one,
they're being forced
like,
to the surface.
flash on my axe.
Interesting.
So when you stab one, it
Slash it.
it
Chop.
chips and breaks away, like bone would if hacked with something sharp. But the inside, where normally there would be marrow, is just this dark green slime.
Hey, you want to light this on fire?
I do so.
They burn bright.
Abnormally in any way? Well, yeah, but I
So-
suppose so. Bone doesn't really burn.
Right.
Well, you're burning the slime.
Yeah,
The slime
slime.
inside seems to be what burns, and you see that flame start to kind of retreat down through the hollows of the bones into the earth a little bit, and the ground shakes a little bit and writhes, and you notice a couple bumps, like something's pushing up from underneath the earth and moving around down there. They bubble up and then disappear.
All right, problem solved. We killed it.
Looking through the crystal, you see that tendril or whatever appears to have retreated, which is
Didn't
weird
like
because
it.
tree roots don't usually do that.
Did I see which way it went?
North.
We follow it.
All
Don't let
right.
it escape.
So now we have decided to follow the monstrous tree root into
Yeah, what could go
the
wrong?
creepy swamp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This
Before
is
you
fine.
do so, did you want to do anything?
I guess.
Because
Not that I
I guess-
you've taken note of which way it went.
Well, since the hags have complete control of the town, we are not going to find a paladin here. They would have
Why would you want to find a paladin?
He
He wanted to hire one because he's a huge pussy.
yeah, yeah. And I like, you know what? I like living. And she didn't touch that blue thingy inside of you. You don't know what it's like, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I you're right. I don't know what it's like to be a huge pussy.
But yeah, you did take note of where it went, so you can accomplish other things if you choose to do so.
What other things do we have to accomplish? This is what
That's
we're
up
here
to you
for.
guys.
I'm fully prepared. I got all my spells charged. I got
That's
full
well
health.
prepared.
Got all my
Fully
hit
prepared
dice.
to do what? What do
I
you
don't
what do
know.
you
Take
Yeah.
on an elder god, obviously.
Right, meow?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Did you spot the bit on the thing where it was like anathema unknown? Yeah, we should probably work on that bit.
Which bit?
The little write up he gave us,
The
the
page.
handout, and it
Yeah,
was
we
like
need to
anathema
figure that
unknown. We kind of need to figure that one out. Yeah. That's
Well, we're
pretty
not gonna
important.
find it by standing around here.
So wait,
Okay.
you think following the roots is where we're going to find the thing that kills it? Is that what you're
No, that's
saying?
where we're gonna find it. I think.
Yeah, but when we find it, we do not have the anathema to kill it.
Looks
So-
like
Exactly.
fire hurts it pretty well. Just burn it to death.
I doubt fire is the anathema. Otherwise,
Well-
it would have died on the comet. It would have died on the meteorite coming in.
Know about that?
It had a force field.
Oh, it has a force field. You magic users are all the same. Idiots.
I don't use. I'm not a magic user.
You use magic.
I mean, I do, but I use like support magic.
That's magic.
Like I mend wounds and I set.
Listen,
Alarm.
the lizard muscle wizard casts fist, and I cast backstab. Ooh.
I cast shoot gun. What do you want?
You're playing a point and click adventure where the only puzzle is use gun on man.
Exactly. It's my only option. All right. Well, what if you guys fucking want to find an anathema? What do you suggest we do, geniuses?
Well, how about we talk to Thufus, you big shit?
Yeah.
Well, let's do
Yeah,
it
that might be a
then.
good idea.
I hope he has an empty cup
Right.
nearby.
Let me go get the cup. Hang on, guys.
What the fuck does Doofus know about the anathema? He doesn't know the anathema or what's its name.
He's smarter than all of us. Maybe he knows.
Doofus is a doofus. He doesn't know shit.
He hears you.
I mean, it did rhyme, so.
No,
you
he
know.
isn't. He
I
doesn't.
don't
We have
hate
him
that
like wrapped
opinion.
up and muffled.
Yeah, well, it doesn't matter what you say about him. He gives you any fucking guff. Shake his little stone. Shut
Right?
up. I have all the power. I have everything, and you have nothing, Doofus.
We could kill him just
In
by
the
putting him
palm
in
of
my.
my hand.
Hey, if we
Little-
just, all we have to do to kill him is just put him in my bag.
Just step on his rock too.
I don't know if we could break the rock, but if we put it in my bag, it'll fuck both of
Hmm.
You know what I'm also grabbing is a beer. Hang on.
Ooh, good idea.
them. He needs to get drunk.